in a place where the air smells of death and garbage, life still thrives. Where the earth is no longer green, but made of iron, plastic, and bone. Bantar Gebang, a region on the outskirts of Jakarta, is home to children, born, playing, and growing up amidst mountains of trash. The line between being human and surviving has been blurred. Today, let's take a step into the heart of a dumpster that has become a living, breathing city. The morning has not yet fully dawned, but Bantar Gebang is awake. The sound of manual carts rolling over the wet plastic hills from last night's rain echoes through the air. The unstable fog swirls among the trash, and the pungent smell of decay accompanies every breath. There is no silence here. The sound of crows, the honking of garbage trucks, and the shouts of men and women extracting their daily share from the trash mountains fill the air. This is home to over 20,000 people who live, work, eat, and sleep among the garbage. Their homes are made of wood and worn-out metal, with colorful plastic roofs and a floor that is nothing but a layer of rotten trash. But what appears to be hell at first glance may be the only world possible for many of them. My camera follows a woman who, with bare hands, searches for food among the piles of trash. Her name is Ai, a mother of 3, who spends every day from 6 a.m. until night, searching for discarded food. She smiles and says, sometimes the bread is still fresh. In her world, the word fresh might mean something we don't even think about. A half-eaten pizza, a burnt chicken, or rice that only smells damp. She washes and heats the trash food and eats it with her children. In another corner of the hill, 2 children, one around 10, the other maybe 6, search for shiny objects among piles of aluminum cans. The shine of metal is equivalent to the dream of money for them. Every kilogram of aluminum means a few thousand rupiahs, which means hope for dinner tonight. But Bantar Gebang is not just a place for collecting trash. It has developed its own identity, a city within the trash, with its own economy, social network, and even a small school with a roof covered in torn tents. In that school, a calm voice repeats the alphabet, a volunteer teacher who says, I want to teach the kids that the world is not just this. However, their world has been this way many times before. Children grow up amidst smoke and the smell of decay, play in polluted puddles, and many of them never get the chance to wash their hands. In one corner, I see a woman kneeling in public, not out of shame, but out of necessity. Because there is no such thing as a bathroom here. Human beings against nature. against poverty, against indifference. The water is polluted, and skin diseases, respiratory problems, and chronic infections are common among Bantar Gebang residents. But the problem is not physical illness, it's spiritual damage. When a child takes their first breath in the heart of the trash, what image of the future will they have? When their mother, to survive, puts discarded human food in their mouth, what meaning of dignity will they learn? Some residents are second-generation Bantar Gebang. They not only grew up in the trash, but also married and had children in this polluted soil. This means poverty has been genetically transferred here, not through DNA, but through location, conditions, and social destiny. The trucks arrive one by one, each a symbol of a city that ceaselessly consumes and then discards. Every new pungent smell means a fresh load of half-eaten restaurant plates, expired supermarket goods, and worn-out middle-class clothes. But what we throw away is life for these people. My camera focuses on the face of a little girl who has worn a torn sock on her hand to sift through the trash. She smiles. A voice inside me says, maybe hope is right here in her eyes. Bantar Gebang is not just a reflection of our trash, but a reflection of ourselves. Our unbridled consumerism, class divide, and global indifference. In a world where half of the food is thrown away before it's even consumed, millions of people are still searching for a morsel among the trash. But change is possible. Local Indonesian organizations, international volunteers, and even some of the residents have tried to sow seeds of hope in this rotten land. Sustainable recycling projects, vocational training centers, and the construction of solar panels to generate household electricity. I speak with one of these activists, Rahmawati. She says, we don't want to take people out of Bantar Gebang, but we want to make life there more humane. When poverty is the result of structural decisions, responsibility must also be structural. Bantar Gebang may be out of sight, but its reality is at the heart of every city that produces trash without thinking about its life cycle. Perhaps one day it will be our turn to walk on a mountain of our own trash, and we will understand that civilization, without empathy, itself smells of decay. With every frame of this journey, a question arises in my mind. Are we really alive if we don't do anything to help others survive? Our world is not buried under trash, but under our indifference. Bantar Gebang is not just a place. It's a mirror that shows humanity in its simplest and most bitter form. If this story moves you, don't hide it. Share it, so we can be the voice of those who have no voice. Our responsibility starts now, from a simple awareness to a real action.